Quick shout out to our friends at Zia Active. If you're playing pickleball, working out, or just running around all day, this stuff actually holds up. No slipping, no see-through nonsense. My wife lives in it, our pros wear it, and somehow it still looks good after tournament weekends. Go check out Zia Active, premium activewear that works as hard as you do. Can't see that because of the lighting, but it says Zia on his shirt. So.
Yeah,
Love Zia.
Love it, love it, love it. What we
Thank you
talked
guys,
about, did that little laundry stripping tip, got
Yeah.
all the odors out of it, and it's brand new.
Both of you guys have done the stripping. I haven't done that yet. And I need it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's so funny. I do not want to talk about. I've been dreading this week, we
talked a little bit about
Let me run in this,
morning.
but everybody, welcome out to Pickleball Pickem. We're gonna change out when we do ad read, so we'll pop that in here in a second. But my co-hosts are Marcus, Samson, and I'm
Hello.
Brett. We are the championship team from season 1, the very first championship that ever happened within here. Big deal. Today we're going to run over who's number 1 in the pickleball standings.
Yeah. People want to know.
Anna Bright dropping ALW, my big push.
Yikes.
Mesa, what happened in Mesa? I don't think we're going to go over much of Newport that's going on. This seems way more normal. There's only probably one thing. And then I want to talk about the MLP Draft, which is
wild.
After talking to about 45 people over the weekend, I learned that nobody knows what's going on with the MLP, and they don't understand why people are doing or getting what they're getting.
But you made 45 friends, though. That was exciting.
Oh, those are just I got way more friends than that, dude.
No, I mean, like, those dudes were probably all fighting each other.
John Q.
Yeah.
John Q. I'm going to be on John Q's podcast. Or he said, "What should I call you?" I just said, "Oh, just put me as the Pickleball Pickem champion, season 1."
Just no big deal.
Just no big deal. But let's run over the rankings. So first we should have a bashing session. We always do this, and this should be sponsored by somebody. But first of all, we're going to bash Alex Luntz. He killed his team. He did not fill it out. He reached out to me. That's 2 weeks in a row.
Yikes.
He's reached out to me now to do it.
Yeah.
And so it's a wild time, but
Alex.
boys, fill out your brackets. Like, what are we doing here? And then, so it was a great tournament. So I added up everything on Monday, and then I went, crap. Marcus took first place.
So let me tell you my favorite sports story.
He had to jump in right now.
So my favorite sports story. This was early 90s. Chicago Bulls, okay? They were in a finals game. And Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were struggling mightily, okay? They were just turning the ball
Mightily,
over.
that sounded like it came straight from the scriptures.
Just playing horrible. And the coach, Phil Jackson, decided to check himself into the game. So the coach comes off the bench and he checks himself into the game. Full suit, tie, everything. And he goes into the game, and he ends up winning the game for the Bulls. He told Jordan and Pippen, "Nice try, but I guess I have to do this myself."
It was
so
1991?
the coach, it was 1991 probably,
Okay.
fall of 91. And he checks himself into the game and single-handedly won the game for the Chicago Bulls. Even though he trusted his players, and he paid them a lot of money, and he motivated them, they still couldn't get the job done. So Phil Jackson was like, "Guys, peace be with you. Let me do this."
Peace be with you, dude.
And he checked himself into the game and just won the game for the Chicago Bulls. So, kind of similar, I guess. The only difference is I wasn't wearing a suit and tie when this happened, but everything else in the story is very parallel. My guys that I trust, that I try to motivate, I do what I can, just could not get the job done. So the supreme leader of the team had to step in and set an example and pull this team out of the depths of where to get us back on top.
You know what's interesting? In 92, the same Bulls, Jordan and Pippen were just tearing it up and carrying the team. And
That's probably when Jordan went to go play baseball, if I remember right.
I think it was Bill Clark, one of the players on the other side, and the Bulls were just falling apart, just emotional and just dragging the team down. And then finally, I guess that person decided to show up on that 92 fall 92. Showed up, and what do you know? They did really well. I think they ended up winning a championship or something like that year. So
Samson's never watched one basketball game in his entire life.
It was a Jordan Pippen of those real people.
It was Porten and Jippen.
The analogy's horrible, but before we go into this, because it's ridiculous, so Marcus took second place, but Marcus only went up one spot overall. So he's still in 7th overall.
But what happened to our team? Even by him doing just a little bit good?
Just by you showing up.
So I improved. What did you guys do? Did you guys improve or what did you guys do? I don't remember.
I went down one and Samson stayed the same.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Just by Marcus trying a little bit.
Lower and then 0 progress. Okay, just making sure I'm seeing this right.
Look at our outcome. Fun. We go first place. Isn't that crazy when all 3 of us are good instead of just 2 of us every time?
It's so stupid.
Only one of us
funny.
was good.
So now the ratings are Pickleball Effect still at the bottom. Q second place from the bottom. The Kitchens in 3rd place from the bottom and the top. And Pickleball Studio just fell down to 2nd place. And then we just went up by 10 points. Identify as a 5-0.
10 mighty points.
So, Marcus strong. Finally does better than he... Have you ever gotten that high before?
Has he ever scored any points?
I have. I've just done it under an alias. So,
dude, it's so ridiculous. I've been dreading filming this because I'm like, Marcus is going to come up with some story. I
like that story. That was legit, though.
I like that. The only reason why we all remember that is because the Bulls lit up the freaking Jazz for 3 years. So... Anyway, okay, there's something that I've got to talk about here.
Oh.
Do you guys remember Mesa last year, how Ben and Annalee lost?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
I remember them losing.
Okay. Did you watch any of it, Samson? Be honest.
Last year
I remember.
No, I want to talk about any of it. I'm just going to go in.
I get to watch highlights. Social media gives me the blessing of seeing a bunch of highlights of all the matches. So I never get to see the whole match.
So the lighting there is very, very weird. So the sun's like coming like this across the backside of the court, but they're underneath a canopy. People kept calling it a building, right? It's not. It's seriously like a canopy that's there. And light was coming in and hitting different angles of the court. Oh. Now, I picked at the last second, I seriously was like going back and forth because I was like, okay, it is going to be weird lighting, but I still think Ben and Annalee are going to make it. But Hayden and Anna, I think, are going to win this thing. Okay, because I think that they play. Ben Johns has a problem when he is in different lighting. When
really?
It's not
really?
Yeah, that's why he hates indoor. Because he doesn't like that lighting.
That was the whole argument with Colin, right? Didn't Colin want to not play in a tournament because of
the lighting?
The lighting, and mostly because of Ben, not himself.
Yeah.
Was it in Utah?
Yeah, it was up in Kaysville. He was out there with a light meter, going from corner to corner, measuring the light on it, which is pretty normal for sports, by the way. Yes, we do. But that's pretty normal in sports. Like they do that in basketball arenas and stuff like that.
They have best lighting in Utah.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Oh my God. Whoa! One stone.
Hey,
how long was that there for? I didn't even see.
A long time.
Anyway,
since the '90s. So baseball.
So this week. And everyone's going to have their picks in tomorrow. I got to send those out today. But this week, I think Ben and Annalee are going to be on a tear because they're in Newport where Annalee didn't play in Newport the last time. And Ben played with Andrea Coop.
Serious?
I don't remember that.
It was the very first tournament I ever went to.
Wow.
And I just remember being like, oh, that's interesting.
How did they do?
This was last year.
They lost. No. They didn't go to Newport. They haven't been to Newport since 2023. This is 3 years ago.
I went to that tournament. I went to that. I met up with Chris Carson from Pickleball Central because my
DJ Selkirk.
DJ Selkirk. My son had a club basketball tournament in that area that same weekend. So we went, and DJ Selkirk let my whole family in the booth.
Dude, good dude.
So we were there for 2 days in the DJ booth with Chris. Awesome. And my kids absolutely loved it. It's a cool venue. It's a cool venue. Obviously, you're at Newport Beach, so the whole area is awesome.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't go. The last 2 years, right? So it's been 3 years. But anyway, so I think they're going to be on a tear. I'm going to pick them to win. This whole thing.
So do you think they're favored? Would you say that they're favored right now because of last week's tournament or 2 weeks ago's tournament?
Yeah.
You think Hayden and Anna Bright are the favored?
No.
You said
No,
Ben
sorry. I think Ben
Lee.
and Lee are
You
favored.
think Ben and Anna Lee are favored?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they are just by their standing.
Yeah.
They are. So, like from a gambling standpoint, they are favored.
But there's no way they're going to lose, you say?
I don't think they will. In fact, I would bet anybody any money they wanted to.
So we also said, you think, I asked the question, how many goals do you think Hayden and Anna?
Yeah, you're ridiculous, dude.
You
What'd
said
you
2?
say?
I said 4 for the year.
Dude, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That only counts if Ben and Anna Lee are there, right?
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they could win some that they don't go to.
Yeah. No, yeah. I was thinking, I just feel like Hayden's on that. I just watched someone else saying that Hayden is the best player right now when he's on.
Dude, you guys got to watch that game. Anna Lee popped up so many shots that Hayden was just lighting Ben up with.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I blame
the paddle.
ALW.
You think it's her paddle?
No, she didn't play that good. And let me tell you, I knew when they lost that Anna Bright and ALW and that singles was going to be beat down, and it was. I don't know. I don't think Ben and Anna Lee have ever lost 3 games, like in a row.
Like in that fashion.
Just
It wasn't
straight up,
like
yeah.
it was pretty much domination. Like
Yeah, it felt super dominant. So here's my question to you. I think Ben should drop ALW
Wow.
and pick up Tyra Black, and I think that AB right now is her time. Please, in fact, Anna Bright, I'm gonna text you this week. Drop right now. Her value is shooting through the roof. Right? Drop.
ALW?
Yeah, and pick up Georgia or pick up. I would pick up Tyra Black. So I'm going to say Tyra Black for both of them.
Wow.
And if they did that, Anna Lee will never win another Triple Crown.
Dang. What? So why AB right now? Why drop? What's the big push for her to drop? Because they can keep winning championships easy, just to make sure to cement herself as the queen.
The best.
Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, because guess what? And the other thing is it would grow sports so much. It would grow pickleball so much. It would take it to a whole nother level because her marketing right now, ALW does those conversations in the kitchen and I don't know, they're okay. Anna Bright's vlogs are so freaking funny. And she is getting better and better and better.
She's dominating on social media and dominating.
But I do not think that you can call someone the GOAT without an asterisk because it's Ben Johns would light up Anna Lee in anything. Singles, doubles, if they were against each other,
Gotcha.
I think Ben's winning that 99 out of 100 times.
So you're saying calling Anna Lee GOAT is an asterisk?
Well, everybody's saying she's the greatest player of all time. They're not even talking about Ben. It's bugging me.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
And seriously, if Ben wouldn't have partnered up with her when she was younger and taken that huge risk,
there's no way she'd be here.
Dude, she wouldn't even be close to where she is right now.
How about let's talk about contracts. So if Anna Bright, AB, right, you have these contracts, you want to be winning gold, you want to you have all these things, and you're incentivized to succeed. Wouldn't you be putting that at stake if you say I drop ALW and it's a riskier move to go with someone else that's not ALW to go try to cement yourself as the new GOAT, right? Because then you're also forfeiting that as well, just to say. And if it works, it works. It seems like you're also giving up a gimme to win all these goals with Anna Lee.
Yeah, but that's not her. And let me tell you, she's settled. If you own a company, you're going to spend $1 million to market one player in the PPA. Who would it be?
I like what they've done with ALW right now. I feel like she's everywhere. She's doing a really good job, and everyone's excited about pickleball because she's a young star and she's dominating. She's got Nike, right? So, but you're saying AB would be better in that position?
I don't know. Who would you pick, Marcus?
ALW.
Yeah. See, I would pick Anna Bright by far.
Every box.
Yeah.
She checks a lot of the. She's a blonde, blue-eyed girl or whatever, and she's dominant in the sport. Like she is amazing. She is amazing, but like if she wasn't picking the perfect partners, she would be struggling. Like who's beating Ben and Tyra Black?
ALW and Hayden.
Yeah, but Anna Bright's not going to drop Hayden. They like play so well together.
I think ALW.
I don't think they do, by the way.
NW and Tardio.
Maybe I don't know about Tardio. I don't know. I was
No,
gonna
Tardio's
say,
not strong enough left side player.
I was going to say maybe Alshon, but he's way too dominant of a mixed doubles partner. Diaskew.
The SQ would be a good one. That's a good
I think
one.
they would play well together. Ryan Sherry.
Yeah, Ryan Sherry, dude. I love that. Tyler Loon.
Well, how many names get out there?
But I don't know. I just like I would love to see them mix it up, and I'd love to see them build out like that rivalry against each other.
It'd be cool. I mean, obviously it doesn't make sense. What if they capped how many times you could play with someone in the calendar year? That'd be so
Have you guys
cool.
talked about that?
I've been trying to push that.
Really?
forever.
Be like
That's
you can
cool.
you can play with one person five times.
Yeah.
5
That
times.
would keep it so interesting, man.
That was the number that I put out. I mean, it would dominate.
Right?
these-
5 was actually the number. Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, my meter, Marcus.
Go out of our way, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense, right? Because there's
Yeah.
22 events for the PPA, and
Do the math, and then you divide by the.
I just think 5 would mix it up. But like Ben and ALW would team up for all 4 slams, right?
Yeah,
The
big
biggest,
points,
the biggest ones, the most points.
That would be awesome, dude. I love that idea. Dang.
Oh, I think it'd be
so.
fun.
So what was the pushback? How come they said no?
They just thought I was crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
But I guess going into it, like I don't know. I think that ALW, I think a lot of her dominance and like how she feels is, dude, she's had amazing partners. I mean, Catherine Parental was a reset queen for her, you know, and Catherine has not done as good without her.
Parting ways, yeah.
But like, that's hard to play with anybody but Anna Lee when you've been playing the Anna Lee for 2.5 years or however long that was. But I just feel like Anna Bright right now has the chance to become a superstar. Dude, they were selling out those girly shirts. They were selling those out as fast as they could make them.
Wow.
You know, the girlies, like all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I just felt like there was so much. I just felt like there was too much like amazing things. I don't know. I guess just from a marketing standpoint, I
She
just
should
love
capitalize on all that. That's what you're saying.
Dude, I would if I was
Capitalize
her.
on everything.
Dude,
right now.
have you watched her vlogs?
I've only seen clips here and there.
Dude, watch her vlogs. They're freaking hilarious.
Do you think, as far as like professional pickleball, I feel like it still struggles mainstream, like TV? I mean, the Masters got those good ratings we heard about and everything, but I feel like there's still something lacking. Do you think that this concept of like switching up teams would bring more viewers, or do you think people like rallying behind like a set team, knowing that they can like dedicate their fandom to that team for an entire year? What do you think? Because something's lacking still. Like the fact that pro pickleball is not on national TV consistently. So, I mean, it's been around long enough. Enough people play it, obviously. There's something missing in the professional arena to have, you know, these events not televised. Is that something that you think would help that variety? Or do you think that would even take it away more than what it is right now?
I'm about to bleep out these numbers, but I'll tell you some numbers. Mesa just hit the record of the most. I would tune in to women's. I would tune in that whole entire day, right? If they did that. But right now, I don't watch unless Roscoe Bellamy's in. I don't watch singles unless. And then men's doubles I've been watching because they're normally pretty good games. But if the first 2 games are a blowout, I just shut it off, right? And then mixed right now, I've been watching because I feel like I'm so vested into Hayden and Anna winning. Because Hayden's my favorite player. I think he has all the potential in the world. He will never, ever do what Ben Johns has done because of the time he's coming into the sport. Yeah. I think he's going to be better than Ben Johns at his peak.
Yeah.
But you can't win that. No one's ever going to win. And people are like, oh, you can never say never. I'm like, no, dude, no one's ever going to win freaking 20 triple crowns. Look at singles.
Yeah,
Like, name the top singles player. Roscoe Bellamy, Hunter Johnson,
Any of those 5.
Chris Hayworth.
Yeah.
Who else? Jaume, like Fed. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot him.
Yeah.
But and Ben Johns. Like,
Any given.
none of those guys are, except for Ben Johns, is making it to doubles.
Yeah.
Like, when's the last time? What round is Hayworth even getting to in doubles or mixed?
I don't know.
I don't pick him
64?
past. I was gonna say I don't pick him past the round of like 32 or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
is that bad for pickleball too? Like, I think we talked about this. You're a single specialist.
I think it's horrible for pickleball.
Yeah.
I think they should get rid of singles.
Yeah, so if you get rid of singles, what if you made these matches longer than 5? I don't know. If you're trying to go to one event on a Sunday for men's doubles, should it be more matches? This is like one nice hour plus long game.
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. I love sitting in VIP, getting there early, and watching 8 hours of pickleball. That experience there is amazing.
it
Right.
sounds nice. Me and Samson have to sit on the lawn
Not anymore.
on the burn. Oh no,
We're
good.
boys now.
Oh,
we
nice.
make
We're
that
in.
happen.
We got the Brett hookup.
I don't have to bring my binoculars anymore.
No,
or-
yeah.
Nice.
We only have one binocular, so I'm asking him, "What do you
We
see?
get close.
What do you see?"
only have
I
one
think they
set.
score. My turn.
But
Oh,
they,
speaking of, wait till sharing something. Wait till our interview comes out that we did last week.
I'm so sorry, Valaire.
We had to do an interview with Valaire sharing headphones.
That's so funny,
So we had to get close and
dude.
Dude,
I
we're
love
never,
it.
it's almost like we have to mess up on something. It stopped recording 3 times randomly. Hey, whatever. We'll get to that.
But I think that's the charm of it. Just being real, man. We ain't fancy. We ain't trying to be like perfect. This is what you got. This is all we are, man. Sorry, this is who we are, and hopefully that's okay. Which I think is good.
Okay, I got to say this, and we can get into anything else that we need to. But like, that was so cool seeing Hayden break down in his interview, like how much that meant to him. I love that.
And I didn't know that side of him existed. I always thought it was like this
Stone cold killer.
or cocky guy, like, dude, all that stuff. And it's cool to see his other side of players outside of game mode,
Yeah.
Like, oh, good dude, man.
Who you taking for mix this week?
I don't know. Every time we do this, I'm always want to pick underdogs. But if you do that, you're always gonna get blasted. So I feel like I still have to go Ben and ALW. But I just love the idea. I love that you picked Hayden at one time.
Yeah.
And called it. And I'm like, dude, I should have picked them as well. But I think I'll just go with Ben. Still go with Ben.
I think you have to. A couple tournaments ago, you had like these crazy singles upsets.
Yeah.
Like the 14-year-old kid and
Yeah.
I mean, what was that? Remember the one kid last year, the Goins? What was it? John?
Yeah.
Like
Where's
that guy. He killed it in 1 or 2 tournaments in a row. And when's the last time you've heard his name? You know what I mean? So
He
like,
got drafted as a 5th round.
Did he?
For the 5th player, right? You have 4 main players in the MLP, and then you have 5 and 6 that kind of sit on the bench. But St. Louis drafted him.
did they?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like there needs to be a little bit more consistent winning for me. I mean, for me, it's Ben and Anna Lee. It's not even a question. Like,
Yeah.
if Hayden and Anna can beat him again and maybe even 2 or 3 times, then I think that you can shift that. But a lot of these things are not that they're a flash in the pan, but like their victory definitely could be. So before we overreact, let's see. But
And every time you pick, you right there in the championship match, you got Ben, Ali, Hayden, and I'm like, dude, I want to pick Hayden so bad. I don't do it. You did it, man. So I think it takes guts.
Yeah, but I lost the time before, and they had a match point.
Yeah, you would
They
have
had
won
a
it again.
freaking match point. I was
Yeah.
like, no. Oh, I wanted that so bad.
see, and even that would have changed the rhetoric right now.
It
If
would.
they would've
It
won
would.
that week before
And again.
and then dominated the way they did the week after,
Yeah.
then we're like,
That's why I
okay,
think
That's a
4 is
different
legit.
conversation.
That's why I think 4 is legit. I think
But-
they can get 4.
Hey, we got to give Chris Hayworth a shout out, okay? Because Ben could have gotten a triple crown. Now, men's triple crowns, dude. If someone else gets a triple crown,
I
it's
don't
going to
know.
be the biggest deal in the world because that is crazy.
When's the last time? Yeah, stats on that before. I don't even know what the
Dude,
last
I don't even know
men's-
when's. I think Ben was the last person to get a triple crown. It was in 2024.
Jeez, dude. It's
You
going to
know?
be near impossible.
Dude, those single specialists, like it is what it is. But for Ben to make it to Championship Sunday with the weird lighting, with the new paddle, with like,
What was the difference? I'm so curious. Why now did he all of a sudden like, I'm going to do this?
I don't know. I don't know what got into him.
If someone to say you're not good anymore, you're like, oh yeah, watch this.
Every game, he was so calm, and whoever he was playing was getting so mad. Like you could just see their frustration. Like, are you kidding me? And he was just super calm, playing his game. Like,
I think people take that for arrogance with Ben, but when you have a 5-minute conversation with Ben, do you know what you find out about him? He's just like a nerd.
Really? He's a video game guy.
He plays video games. He's an engineer.
Yeah.
He's a collector. Doesn't he collect
things?
Yeah.
He's just, but to be honest, he's like the most innocent. He's just a good dude. And listen, everybody does crap wrong. And anytime I've said stuff in our podcast before where people go, and I've actually deleted those comments. But like people will rip on Ben, and I'm like, dude, everybody makes mistakes in their life, whatever. But like, let me tell you something. When I went to Newport, I took my daughter with me, right? And I was meeting with Connor to talk about this job that I was going to be working with them, and and so I go to Newport, and Ben was the only player I actually knew his name. He was the only one.
She knew his name.
No, that I knew his name. I didn't know anything about the pros.
Really? When you just showed up, you're like, oh man.
No, I was like learning about
You
stuff.
didn't know the most electrifying man in sports?
I did know. I did know Tyson. I shouldn't say that I didn't know Tyson. I have a picture with Georgia and JW, and they look like they're 11,
like teenage kids.
I'll have to show you guys. I always say I'll throw it up here, and I never do, but maybe I will. But Ben, dude, he came up, and we were sitting in VIP. I just sat there and talked to him for a second. He was such a cool guy. He was asking my daughter, he's like, what's your name? And he's like, oh, have you ever played pickleball? And she was like, no, I want to play, I mean, she was, how old was she at that point? 6? She was 6 years old. And he was just so freaking nice and kind and everything. And I'll tell you another person that came and talked to me for like 30 minutes there was Riley Newman.
Oh, really?
Dude, see, you told me Riley Newman was a good dude. I've never liked that guy.
You would love Riley Newman because he plays basketball.
Really?
He's funny on the court. Dude. I'm telling you, Riley Newman would, out of all the players, he would fit in our group.
Really?
Better than anybody.
That's crazy.
I've heard that his preparation, like his leading up to his matches, he locks in like mentally.
Yeah.
And we saw him in Vegas doing like his yoga. So I've heard a lot of people see that. And it kind of turns them off, thinking that he's just like this shut down, no personality.
Yeah.
But I have heard that like outside of preparation and in-game matches, he is one of the coolest.
Which is cool to hear, man.
Dude, he's so funny. Yeah. Like Pardo, I don't know why, but Pardo and Ogden were like playing people. And so they played Jimmy 1-on-2, and Jimmy just lights him up, and then all of a sudden these players are like lining up because they want to play against these two,
against the owner.
The owner and the other founder to play against him. That's cool. 1-on-2. And dude, Connor said something to Riley, and he was like, "Oh, we're trash talking," and then Riley was just like, "Hey, don't run over there," and he'd hit a ball over here. They'd both be shifted. I mean, because people don't realize how good the pros are. Dude. Like it's hard to tell even on TV. When you watch it live, you're like, "Holy crap, that ball is going 500 miles an hour back and forth." Like those rallies. But anyway, so one last thing to plead for, ALW. Let's make you a superstar. Dude, think of that. Those two always going against each other.
If AB and
ALW.
That would be a great rivalry.
Dude, that match was the most watched match ever.
Ever. Really? Wow.
Like by far. So that mix. So that's why that's the data I'm using. Like that, I think that's why it would be good. But I understand.
How does AB do in singles? Does she get very far?
She does okay. She'll
never compete against ALW in the finals.
No, but like that's another reason why I would team up with AB is because Anna Lee. Why even play singles? Like, what's the point?
For AB?
For Anna Lee Waters. AB doesn't do it.
Yeah.
She does. She just doesn't do it very often.
I don't know if it's anything to do with it, but does Nike push that? You think they're like, hey, go out there, play singles, so the spotlight is on you? Or does her paddle company, you know what I mean? Like, is it a marketing thing?
That's a great question. I don't know. I honestly don't know. That could be it. But like, anybody who's doing that doesn't understand. Women's singles are the least watched part of all.
Wow, really?
Of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And women's doubles just passed men's singles. So in the last 6 months, that it goes mixed.
Women's doubles past
men's doubles, women's doubles, men's singles, women's singles.
Wow. If you take singles out, you're closer to this whole one game, one event Sunday, right? I think so.
I think that helps a lot.
Get on mainstream TV.
They only go best of 3.
A lot of people bash that lifetime singles only tournament.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool. Because like you know what you're watching, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't, right? So yeah, maybe that's the first step in that idea is a singles tournament.
You should work at the PPA because that's a great idea. Remove singles, but then just have like 2 full single tournaments.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Remember, I did work at the PPA in Riviera Country Club.
Well, you didn't get paid, so it doesn't
Still haven't
count.
gotten paid, Connor. So
Connor, Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce.
Anyway, okay, so I went full on petty, and I just want to talk about this before we wrap this up. So in our last podcast, people were saying, oh, they dropped AB, right? St. Louis Shock dropped AB. People were saying that the Chaffetz group, who owns St. Louis, are going to make Hayden the face, and that's why they're dropping AB.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are so stupid. So I got on social media, and I seriously was going after everybody making those comments. It was so petty. Like, I'll bet you any amount of money that, and people were like, well, Nike is going to pay money to bring her to the 5 so they can play together, and that's part of Annalie's contract. I mean, people pull stuff out of their ass so much. And I'm like, guys, Ryan Harward, the guy that owns the 5s, and Gary V, they don't even have as much money as the kids of the Chaffetz groups that owns the St. Louis Shock. So they start the bidding process for round 1, right? This Friday morning. They start the bidding process to get the first pick in the draft, right? But you just remember, you got Georgia and you got AB.
Yeah, they're both
So
free.
why, explain to me though, so the St. Louis, why did they drop her instead of the other female on the team?
Okay, so they dropped Kate last year, so they couldn't drop her again this year, and you have to drop one of your 4. You have to drop one of your...
That's the rules. Then.
That's
Okay.
the
So
rules.
they weren't allowed to drop Kate again.
They couldn't drop Kate again. You can't just drop the same person over and over.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they had a decision between Gabe Tardio, Hayden Patrick Quinn, or Anna Bright.
Jeez.
Okay, so then they do the draft, and these girls go at the top of the draft.
No.
Right?
So it's a big pool, right? What happens is this is one of the things that John was asking me yesterday. There's a huge pool of players that they either are dropped or they were never put on a team or they've just signed with the UPA. All the situations of, hey, I don't have a team that I'm on right now, right? It's an entire pool of people. Then what you're bidding on is what position you're going to draft. You're bidding on that one position. So they go, hey, here's the first round draft pick. Let's start our bids. And you have to bid by $10,000. They have got to show this. I'm going to talk to Samin about this because of the Black Diamonds, I was on there. So they have Dave Fleming and Will that are on TV talking about it. It's so fun to sit there and watch these numbers go up and up and up and to see who's bidding on it and everything. Because like the Sliders were bidding, the Black Diamond. I think Connor was throwing out bids just to be funny, you know. So like all these teams were bidding.
Storage Wars,
Yes,
like Dave off. Yep. Drive the price up.
Yep.
Oh, and so they see, and I think that might have been part of the 5s is they were going, hey, we're going to drive this price up, you know. But dude, when they broke $1 million, so Ben went for $880,000, right? He was the very first person that got drafted 2 drafts ago. Okay. Well, and that's when nobody had any teams. So he was the very first person to go. Now, just remember, to keep these players on the team, you have to pay half of what they were drafted for.
Every year?
Every year.
No.
Okay,
Wow.
so Etta was $170,000 to keep Etta.
Wow.
because she got drafted for 340.
Wow.
By the way, and I hope people understand this because I didn't realize this. When you're throwing out these numbers, 100, that's not her salary.
No.
You're not like exposing her salary. That's what the clubs are paying to be able to draft them, correct?
Yep, that's what the teams are paying to be able to draft, to be able to get the position in the draft to pick whoever they want.
So
Right?
it's nothing to do with their salaries that they're making.
No, they don't get it. It all goes into the league, right?
Oh, I
That
didn't
helps
know that.
pay the salaries.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because when
that
Brett was
sucks.
throwing out these numbers, I'm like, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird that Brett's is like throwing out how much these people are making.
Wow.
But then
No.
it dawned on me that that's what the
Yeah.
clubs are paying for the draft rights.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay.
So here, listen, AB. Everybody knew that AB was going to go first, but people were saying that the fives were going to outbid the Shock, and I'm like, guys, AB is the face of their franchise. They were making videos teasing how she wasn't on the team anymore. Did you see that? Like they would walk up and be like, "Oh, this is a team meeting for the Shock." Like it's like
good.
Gabe
That's
and
good. That's
Hayden, you know,
good.
hey,
Yeah.
this is a team meeting for
That's
the
good.
Shock, you know. But a billionaire is going to keep outbidding. Like seriously, every time that the fives bid, boom, it was a half of a second, and the next bid was in.
It was already automatically in there. Obviously, it was just bump up.
Yeah,
every
bump
time.
up 10,000, 10,000,
Go ahead,
10,000,
go ahead.
10,000. And they even shot it up one time 200,000.
Wow.
And like you got to remember, they are being flown on private jets to these events.
Wow.
Like
But-
it's different.
But would Hayden or Gabe been even more money? That's that I think you look at these MLP drafts and it seems like the ladies are more valuable to an MLP team. You want to snatch up the best female possible. That's what it seems like.
No.
Anna Lee. So why wouldn't they have cut one of the guys? Because wouldn't the guys be cheaper to go get instead of Anna Bright?
Yeah, I'll tell you my thought process about this, and that is because I'm gonna have to bleep this out because I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm gonna tell you guys. So they're trying to figure that out right now, and so they were like, "Oh, well, if they are changing that, they want Anna Bright to be the face of the St. Louis Shock." She was pumped. She has a whole thing live. She actually recorded her screen so you can see the bidding process.
I watched that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you can see like this little screen of like the bid. It was really cool. But anyway, so I went just petty mode, dude. Once that
You
thing
and your
ended,
50 friends.
oh, I just went on. No, now these are not the people that were calling me, but I just went on there
Yeah.
and I saved every comment of everybody saying that. And I was like, that didn't age well. I mean, I was just blowing up everybody. I've been doing it for 3 days. I've been in an argument on Facebook for 3 days.
So wait, can I ask you, when you send that, do you
Man.
all of a sudden start smiling like this? Oh, that was good.
No.
Next one.
Oh, I was
Nothing
using-
sounds worse to me than that. Like I hear what you're doing, and I'm like, dude, that sounds like the worst time
don't
I
know
could
why-
have in my life.
I don't know why. I went into just straight petty mode and it was hilarious because I just kept getting it. I don't even have social on my phone and I downloaded it to my
Just
phone
to do that.
Because I was getting on there. This one guy's still fighting with me about it. He said that the thing's rigged. It's all on there. And I'm
wow.
like, dude, shut up. You just don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, everyone has their like what's the like your own little guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
This is yours. Like that.
That
It makes
and
no sense. I'm just doing.
dessert.
Oh, I like desserts.
I'm
I
like,
love
well,
desserts.
I'm not. I don't want to hop off the train, you know. But
No,
but
that's something a guilty pleasure. Like just the fun of this people all going crazy and you're just being like,
I don't
all
know.
right, bring it.
something just irritates. I don't know why. I hate it when people go in and they're so definite on their answers to people. And I'm like, you are confusing everybody on how everything works. You're confusing everybody because even one person was saying, oh, they put Anna Bright up there and then everybody bids on Anna Bright of what they're going to get. I'm like, that's not how it works. You're bidding on your draft position, right? So like the Utah Black Diamonds, we paid over $100,000 for this 15-year-old kid.
Wow.
So we dropped Tyler, and then we would have had to pay $12,000 to get Tyler back. And so we dropped Tyler, and we picked him up the final pick for $1,000.
Smart. That's a business move.
Yeah, but we're starting this Tama. I can't remember how to say his last name, but he's a 15-year-old kid. He's a baller.
I'm excited for
They were
his future.
pumped. But we went through all the men and analyzed them, and I took it all through AI, did this whole entire thing, and sent it all to Elise. Elise is a huge part of the team. She's like a team captain. Even if we didn't have Elise, I think we'd pay her as a coach to come on the
That's
team.
cool. Yeah.
She's
Awesome.
she's so involved with everything. I love Elise Jones.
When is the first MLP tournament?
It starts in the end of May.
Okay.
We got to go. Like the thing is you need to go to a PPA event. The PPA events are super. It's like a cool experience, right? The whole thing's like it's a cool build up, and you're watching the MLP is like, it's like the NBA all coming and having these matches together. And so like the crowd's leaving after like every game because they want to, or every match, sorry, because they're coming in to see like their players that they want to see, and then they'll leave again, and then they'll come, and then other people will come in, you know, but it's really cool. The atmosphere there is really cool. I don't think that plays as well on TV as the PPA does, you know, but I think that, yeah.
So for me, before, when I was getting into watching pickleball, the MLP got me more excited to watch than the PPA initially. When I first started watching, I was like, "This is pretty cool." I like the dream
Dream Breaker.
Dream Breakers. Yeah. I like that these guys are. I like the image I remember was Annalie beating full-grown men in those singles matches, those singles points. I was like, this is insanity. You never would gotten that on that PPA. So I thought that's what hooked me to MLP. Like, this is an awesome concept.
Well, one of the rules that they changed for this year that I appreciate a lot is like, you can have, so like someone picked up that Joseph, what the heck is his name? Or Gabe Joseph, sorry.
Yeah.
He's really good in singles, but they picked him up as like a 5th or 6th player. And so if they go to a Dream Breaker, they can put him in there and have one of their
single specialist, like a special weapon.
It's a smart move. I love it. But there's a lot of Dream Breakers that happen. And when the Utah Black Diamonds were in a Dream Breaker, it was awesome. But we could never use Yates. We had Yates Johnson on our team, but we couldn't use him. See, because we would have pulled Tyler out and put Yates in there, and then we probably would have won 5 more matches this year.
Wow.
It would have made a huge difference for us. But we did beat the 5s. And let me tell you, the 5s, the Clowns, are the most hated team by far.
Is that right?
Oh, people on the chat watching the YouTube stream, they were just
lining them up.
They hate them. And this is what makes me sad, and I got to talk about this for just a second. Mark Moulton put out Georgia thinking, hey, like I'll probably max have to pay like $600,000. And the 5s got Georgia. He lost out.
Wow.
They just went past what his budget was. And I think it's such bullshit. It actually I text Mark and I was like, dude, that was so sad to see that.
Yeah.
And Mark Moulton is one of the best people. I mean, that's her coach.
Yeah.
That's everything. So like, I don't know what they're going to do. But listen, people are like, the 5s are going to win this thing. Because you have like this 2% of people that like the 5s, and they're so damn loud and annoying, and they love doing that stupid chant. It's the worst marketing out of everything, which is crazy because it's Gary V's team, you know. But like, dude, I don't know what they're gonna do. If I was St. Louis, I got Gabe, Hayden, Anna Bright, and Kate Fehey. Who's gonna win? Will Howes, Noe Cliff, Georgia, and like, who's going to win that?
It's going to be the Hayden group.
Dude, I just cannot see. Yeah. And they got 2 single specialists. So if they go to a Dream Breaker, they're going to bring out their single specialists.
I like that concept. I think that's super cool. People are doing that. They're thinking ahead, like, hey, if you get a singles, a Dream Breaker, boom, we got our guy right here, our ninja.
I wish they would allow people to have 8 people on their team because they have the people out there. So
that'd be cool.
Anyway, it was crazy to see how much people have lost value from 2 years ago. There's a lot of people that went back into the draft, that got back into the pool, that got dropped. I don't know what the Flames are doing. They might be the funniest people on the side with their sign, Brant holding his stupid signs the whole time, but they dropped 3 people and kept Jesse. Anyway, I thought the MLB draft was awesome. Like, even though they paid a lot of money within that, like, I thought it was cool that Georgia. So, yeah, Georgia and AB have received the most amount of... They didn't receive it, sorry. They've been paid the most to get the position to pick them up. And I heard the rumors that Georgia doesn't want to go out and play for the 5s.
Well, yeah, I bet.
She hates the 5s.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yeah. Jeez. Can you give any kind of general idea of how much of that million goes to Annabright? Like
Nothing.
Zero. That's
Zero.
what I'm saying. It has
what?
nothing to do with
So
it.
what's nothing?
They're paying the league. That's how the
And then,
league.
but how much are they getting? I guess I don't know if you can talk about that. What's the salaries like on MLP, and what's the pay? Is it?
So they're not. What happens is you're on a UPA contract, so you get paid. You get paid to play whenever it is. You're signing like a 3-year deal, so it's just a 3-year deal for
both.
UPA. Yeah, but
both
they're all.
PPA and MLP.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. There's no extra bump over here in MLP.
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
No.
Gotcha. That's crazy.
So-
But they're marketing that very well because all over social media is this big image of AB getting $1 million, you know, to being drafted for $1 million. So everyone's thinking the same thing, like, dude, $1 million.
Yeah, like
AB. Wow.
it's kind of a weird concept. It will be interesting to see what they do with that, but I'm gonna have to take this out. The MLP has to do big numbers this year, or they're gonna shut it off.
I bet you got to perform.
Dude, they're 7 times less than the PPA.
Yeah.
People love the PPA format. So
Okay.
yeah, so they got to start making some better decisions within that. So, but for me, like it's kind of sad seeing Chris Olsen drop the way that he has. You know, I mean, what'd he get?
Hey.
He got 7th down there.
But everyone on that chat was saying, dude, I did horrible. Like, no one wanted to see those results except for one person who was sitting to our left. That was the only guy who was excited about those results. Because I felt like there's so many upsets and so many bad picks.
Wow. I was looking to my left.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited going forward. So
Marcus.
I'm excited we're in first, though, man. I feel like we've been in second for a long time, and the Olsen group has been.
But this is exactly what happened last time. Do you
Yeah.
guys remember this? It was
Dude.
like right around now we started getting up.
Started getting there. Marcus
I gave you guys
halfway
a chance. You
starts
failed
figuring
me,
it
I
out.
had to get involved.
Failed you. I've been in second place the whole time till last week.
I-
What did I take last time? I didn't. I went to 6th. I went down 3.
I think I went down 5. But speaking of stuff,
You did,
let
yes.
me get you some real quick.
Hey, while you're pulling this out, I got to say one thing. We got to do a shout out to Marcus.
What,
Dude,
Marcus?
his son won a 6A
Oh, hey,
championship.
dude. Hey, that's worth.
Westlake
Dude.
High School 6A
6A.
basketball state championship, first in the history of the school.
Unreal.
It was awesome. It was a party in Saratoga Friday night. So
I was more vested in that than I was when Lone Peak won the championship when we were going there.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah,
when you were students,
dude,
right?
I don't know why. I thought it was cool. I didn't see
Dude.
Celeste one time.
well, these are homegrown kids. So in Utah and everywhere, it's almost like the college transfer portal.
Yeah.
All of these kids, 8 seniors on the team, have been playing together since like 4th grade
So
for the
cool,
most part.
man.
But they're all local kids.
Yeah.
Every one of them, 0 transfers that came into this. So they've been playing together for 7-8 years, right? Stuck together, and not only did we win the state championship, we were ranked number 1 in the state pretty much from the start to the finish.
Wow.
So we had a target on our back the entire year, and the boys played absolutely phenomenal, and I mean, pretty much dominated the state tournament. I mean,
I thought it was
championship game,
horrible
like-
coaching, and I think the boys carried the coach, that's probably the first time I've ever seen that. You don't comment on that, but then that's my personal opinion. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see some of the stuff because you guys would go up by 20, and then you weren't making adjustments to keep pushing on that. They were making anyway. I don't want you talking about the coach because you got another kid coming up, but my personal opinion, I was like, that was a weird move in just case. But it's cool seeing
boys
we have a
come through.
couple guys that we play with and their kids play, but it was cool to see Jeff and Hiram out there and just
Yeah.
all the support from everybody. They were pumped, but
No,
dude,
the whole area was super pumped behind the team, the celebration. I mean, they're celebrating all week at the high school, doing a party on Saturday.
Awesome.
No, an incredible ending to, my son's 4 years high school basketball, and to go out on top, first championship in Westlake
Unreal,
history.
man.
I mean, it was just it's awesome. It's time to party. So
yeah, and then Marcus's son has a mission call, so he's going away for 2 years, and he comes back and has a scholarship in basketball. That's a big moment,
yeah.
dude. Congratulations.
That's good
dude.
parenting right there.
It is good
Good
parenting.
father right there.
good mom parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Is that
Get
what
outta
it's
here.
called? Mom.
I feel like you do awesome too. Anyway, sorry. I was like, I'm gonna forget to say this.
Let's
and I
get you
just
guys some
wanted to say
prizes
it.
for that. Hey,
Let's get you guys some prizes.
state
Prizes.
championship.
Dude, what are we working with here?
All right, so this is.
My gosh, the best.
I'll let Marcus. We talked about this
Oh
before.
my
I gave you guys
gosh,
Almond
dude.
Golds. Almond Golds is the best chocolate in all the world. You can argue
In the world.
Switzerland.
No,
you can argue everywhere. Dude, Whitaker makes this beautiful chocolate bar, and
Dude,
I don't even like almonds.
This. I've never.
I know.
Seen
I
this,
want it.
Like
I usually give you the whole bar, but this is like a whole bunch you can share. I know you can't do sweets,
Dude,
so
I'm gonna eat one.
So yeah,
I'm gonna
No,
do it.
you
dude,
have
I'm
to.
telling you,
It's the best in the world.
May as well.
we've been to Switzerland, we've been to England. It doesn't matter where. This
here.
is the best chocolate in the entire world.
Shout out to New Zealand,
Oh,
man.
so good.
But if you don't eat that, we also got you this, Brett. This is
What
something
do you mean you got me this?
I've been hounding these guys.
I don't even have this. Okay.
You can have them, dude.
No, I was
Nope.
like, please, my knees feel like 90-year-old knees when I'm playing out there. I need help. And I've been asking them. Finally, they replied, and Stöko said, hey, you said something about your knees. Let's send you some. And we got, there's 3 of us. If you'd be so kind to send us 3. And every time I say that, I'm like, please, please don't. And then, when I ask that, a lot of times they just ignore it. They don't reply. And I get no response. This time he said, sure, we can do 3. What are the sizes? XL, XL, and large. And large is still on its way. But Stöko is for people who have bad knees like me.
Dude, thank you so much.
and
Aren't
you.
these crazy expensive?
These are like $400.
$400 tights.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
they're
gosh.
like,
so what do they do?
So this is, it's
Thank you guys so much.
Oh no, yeah, no, but it's so imagine if you had compression tights, the world's best compression tights, mixed with the world's best braces, and it's all into one thing. So as you just put that on, and it's, dude, people are raving. It's the best thing since
Dude,
sliced
that's really
bread.
nice of these guys to send these out. I've seen their Facebook ads.
Yeah, the ads is what got me. So I got super excited about it.
Yeah.
There's like parachute string in there and wiring that makes it all tight, and there's knobs in the back. You can tighten it and loosen it. When you first put it on, they say it's gonna be really tight when you first put it on, but as you
you freaking twist them.
on the back, so there's knobs to make it adjustable. But they say it's the most supportive thing you've ever felt in your life.
Dude, this is way cool.
Unreal.
So
man.
this all goes through the legs.
All
Yeah,
the way
all
through.
it-
So
yeah.
your knee, your thigh, any type of like, and we were on the phone with their guy, and they were pretty much telling Samson, whatever knee brace you're wearing, this replaces it.
like all these.
Well, all
However
97.
many.
Yeah. It's like,
So,
like
I don't remember
Thank you, guys.
what's the name of the material? Remember I said it was like from a Marvel
oh,
movie?
it
like
sounded like
Ethereum,
vibranium.
like some like vibranium, like.
But Stöko, man, I'm crazy excited about this. And then even Marcus admitted on this call, he makes fun of my knee braces all the time. He said, my knees are starting to feel a little bit achy, so I do appreciate this this offer from Stöko. So even this dude,
I said preventative maintenance.
this dude,
I said just in case.
Dude.
they
he
start to
admitted
hurt.
that he's been making fun, but now he's joining the club.
And it was fine until I had to
Knee
check
pain.
myself into the game and win the game for the team.
With your
That's
dress
when it started
shoes
to
and your
hurt.
tie.
Yeah.
Get the
So
hell out of here, dude.
But-
You're freaking.
Dude, I'm so excited
Marcus
about
is
those
gonna
things.
designed in Vancouver.
yeah.
I'm trying to find the name of it.
HSA approved, by the way. So they are expensive, but you can use your health
Oh, are you
savings
serious?
and FSA to purchase those. So
But the whole idea is like you just need one of those to replace all your 50 different braces that you put on all day. So I think it's a great trade. And it's
Dude,
supposed to be
thank
way
you
better
guys
than
so
anything
much.
you've had. So
yeah.
super excited. Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, brother.
Thank
Got
you so much. I didn't go anywhere. I'm not, I didn't
don't
get
worry.
anything.
Don't worry. Just,
But I am going to give you those right there. Those shiny things up there.
What the heck are those?
Spaceships.
They don't fit me. They're too small. They're like, I can't remember the brand name. Anyway, but okay. Anything else you guys want to run over? Any trash talk?
Well, just really quick this morning, I don't feel like we played together in a long time. Very first play this morning
had
in
to throw
open
that
play.
in.
Dude, the cool
Literally
thing is
the
I just
very
added
first
this
play,
thing.
I serve it to Brett. Brett hits the ball, goes over the fence into the court next to us.
Okay, I love that you brought
there
this
you
up.
go. That's
So I hit a drive at Samson, one of the best drives ever. Hits the side of his paddle, goes shooting off to the other court. We are interrupting these guys' play. You always feel like an idiot or whatever. We throw it back. What happened there? Marcus just hits it right back onto their court the next play.
That was so
What happened? Did it hit weird?
I don't know what
don't
you
remember.
did.
I was probably trying to be cool.
No, I think you were trying to hit it to like the other side, to like Brett.
yeah, maybe.
And it went just straight back to them.
Off
and
the
they're like,
edge guard,
"Come
right
on,
back
man."
over.
Literally had just barely served because of our last time going on their court.
Yeah.
Marcus again. Can I play with you guys?
Is there a way that all of us can play together?
all 4 courts.
They looked at the other court, assuming it came from the other court, and I was like, "Hey, over here!"
Did you see me? I put my face against the wall.
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
I don't-
Mark, you both
I'm not
covered
here.
your face.
I'm not here.
But that was an hour and a half in. Your shot into their court over the fence was literally serve number 1. 0-0 start, serve, boom, over the fence.
It hits the side of my paddle, hits right onto the fence, goes right over onto their court. And these were different people. They were playing an open.
And right away, I'm like, I didn't have anything to bring up on the podcast, but now I do. So
I just knew when that happened, this is gonna be a great day.
Oh my gosh! Hey, I'll tell you another thing. We're kind of moving into rec play riffs here, but I cannot stand when you guys aren't going full bore.
Why?
If you beat me and Lisa 11-0, 11-0, I would rather have that than you having your damn hands in your pockets. You guys trying to hit those stupid angle shots.
Working on our tuies.
Slice
guy, tuie guy.
I was thinking about like this is the only time I can practice. You know,
we almost won.
Friends. You guys are destroying us.
No, you killed us the first game because you were trying. Then the second game, and then me and Samson just lit up.
We
freaking lit up. Marcus and Lisa.
That was embarrassing for him.
I just wanted to hit one
Do
ball.
you hit all
Get the hell out of here. I
Just
purposely
once.
was not hitting to her.
I was like, Lisa, can I go get you a Gatorade?
Hey.
You need help over there?
This dude was poaching everything Lisa.
You and Lisa kept doing these freaking 40 rally dinks that me and Samson were like looking at each other like, oh, we're never getting the ball.
That's why I was trying to get you to just put both our hands in our pockets because those two were just dinking back and forth, having the time of their life. Like, this is fun.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Marcus, since you've lost weight, you are getting balls you never used to get.
I'm so grateful because you would never even attempt to get that ball. You just look at it.
Dude.
Now you're flying around the court and I can save my knees. It's great.
You seriously?
Remember when I was hitting some of those angle drop shots and then you tried? Oh, that scared me. I thought it was
thought the mannequin was going
I thought
down?
it was like a rattlesnake coming out of my bag. That's the quickest I've moved in a long time.
The life was choking.
Then you try to copy my angle shots and you were hitting the fence and the walls and stuff. So
Mine was wild.
I don't know if you need to lose weight or what to be able to get those shots.
Whatever
Can you
it
try
is.
something to like help me out in the way that I'm helping you now.
I'm just so glad you're getting those balls. Every time you hit a short ball, he looks at me like, please, like, Marcus, please.
I took like 7 balls from Marcus today, and every single one of them I missed. I either put it up on the ceiling behind you guys.
Them all. One almost went in your face. I
did a lob that was going to land in.
That was pretty good.
I'm one for 700 maybe. I don't know, somewhere around there.
That's one though.
Let's run over what do you need to leave, Marcus?
I got like 5 minutes.
Okay, let's run over the one paddle that you were using, Marcus.
One paddle?
Yeah.
Beyond Measure.
The Ronin.
Sent us the Ronin. These come out in about a week and a half.
Yeah.
This is the elongated. They have a wide body and a hybrid. I don't know if Samson or Adria or somebody has them. They also came out with these cotton candy colored grips. I don't know if you're able to see it or not. So these are Gen 3 that we keep saying feel like a foam paddle.
Is this a wide body?
Yeah.
So if I don't know if that's...
Why do these faces look huge, but they're not?
This one's got a shorter handle, so the face is a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I prefer the wide body for some reason. Yeah.
These we started playing with them yesterday. Solid Gen 3. Again, it feels like a foam paddle, so I'm not sure if that's what the intention was or if people even like that idea, because I feel like most people want a foam paddle that feels like a Gen 3. But this is a Gen 3 that feels like a foam paddle.
Just power on that, man.
Super stable, powerful. So the Beyond Measure Ronin has been super, super fun to play with. And their overgrips are awesome. Super tacky. The colors are awesome. It's not going to do justice on here, but it's kind of a light blue, white, cotton candy looking mix. So, Ronin paddle. Launch in about a week and a half or so.
Yeah.
What paddle do you liking?
We just got these barrages in, these carbon barrage. Let's be honest here. Let's see. So we played these one day, and I couldn't feel a big difference between the carbon waves and this.
Yeah.
And I was hoping for some like a big change, but maybe kind of like the Yola. I wanted people just making just a tweak to it, and it's not a massively different paddle, and maybe that's what the goal is here, but. This is my second day playing with it. I think I finally could figure out a little difference between the two. I would say this is poppier, and the sweet spot when you hit it there, it's poppy. It goes, man. So like, yikes! I was just trying to hit like a normal return, and it would sometimes just flew. So it's gonna take some time to control it. But I guess that's the difference between this and the waves. If you like the waves, and you want something more power, a little more pop, I think this is probably the paddle you might want to switch up to.
If you were to put sweet spot, like 100 is the best sweet spot and 0 is the worst sweet spot, where do you put that with the paddles you're playing with?
With this one specifically?
Yeah.
Or I would say I feel like an 80, probably around an 80 mark.
Yeah.
I didn't feel too bad along the outside, so this probably be 80 for me.
Yeah. I mean, because when you got a hold of that thing, it was...
Yeah.
You could tell you hit that sweet spot because it was flying.
Yeah. And you called it out. Like, when I hit that shot, you like that sweet spot. Like, oh, yeah, that was. Because I went a little faster.
Yeah.
So, fun paddle. This is like brand new, right? Yeah.
It is. Well, they're not even out yet. I don't even know when they come out, actually. But I think what companies are doing, Yola, True, like Carbon, they're creating this brand loyalty.
Yeah.
And in order to not lose that loyalty by creating something completely different, they're just tweaking it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just making little subtle changes so you keep that. We've always talked like an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Everyone feels like even though there's subtle changes, you're going to buy the newest iPhone.
Yeah.
That's what Yola, that's what Carbon, and nothing's groundbreaking from the Genesis to the Waves to this. I mean, I think it's all subtle. Even the Pop and Power, it's subtle, but it's enough improvement that I think people are willing to stay in that company and buy their newest iteration
Upgrade.
of the pretty much the same paddle.
Yeah.
And I think Yola and Carbon right now at the price point are the ones that are doing it most obviously that people are starting to question. So it just makes you wonder how many times you can do that, right? Like with Yola and Carbon, like is the next paddle just going to be a little bit better, or are they going to finally have to do something very different, or do you just keep riding that out? I don't know, but that's what they're doing.
Works for
They're working off their brand loyalty more than anything.
And I have to say, I actually like the Waves. So just to make a caveat for that, the Waves I thought was a great paddle. It was smooth. It hit well. People knocked the Waves. They said the True Foam was better. I think the Waves was great. So this is, it's a good paddle. But I guess like you're saying, the difference is subtle.
Yeah, to me, what I've noticed is that with people that love the Waves, they're very, very good at topspin. They have very controlled hits. So if you're a tennis player, ping pong player, and you can really get that topspin and you know exactly where that ball is going to hit, I think it's awesome.
Okay.
So I think that's a great paddle to get if you can do that.
If you have good control on
those.
Well,
today when you hit that ball out, where we were both like, "Whoa, that thing was flying."
Yeah.
If you put a ton of topspin on that,
It
they would have had a hard time with that.
You're right. It would have stayed in. It just say about the price. Price $129.99.
$129.99.
That's a no-brainer.
Gen 3 feels like a Gen 4.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For $130, probably discount. I don't know
Good
if they have
size
discount
sweet
codes.
spot.
Yeah. The
Dude,
hybrid. Adri has the hybrid. The hybrid is awesome.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, it's a good elongated. Like, I would probably have to decide if I was buying between this and the elongated. I don't love the wide bodies of any paddle, but yeah, no, $129.
Yeah,
so
great price.
There we go. When people ask what's a good budget paddle that plays well, there's another one right there.
Good job, Garrick.
Yep.
And
You got a paddle over there.
One last thing that's going to be kind of wild here, because I still want to do rec play riffs. I went back to a Gen 3.
Yeah, you mentioned that
All last week I played with Luz Cannon. I freaking love that paddle. And I did try what's the other one that we love? The Trickle. Those are so close to me.
Yeah.
I can't really tell. Like I went back and forth with them, and those paddles hit very similar for my style. But that is a great paddle, man. For $100, if you want a paddle, but like I'm telling you, they're going to delaminate. It doesn't like it's just what happens with Gen 3s. So I wish I could control a Gen 4 better than I do, but I do like. I'll talk about those other ones later. But I just thought we'd throw that out.
That's cool.
I wanted to talk about these two paddles that you guys got, but we'll put that out. So okay, hey, thanks so much for your time, guys, and thanks for tuning in. Do everything you should on this.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
It's a big deal if you made it this far.
Identifies the 5-0 back on top where we belong. So
yes,
there we go.
Yes, Chris Olsen's just killing that team. He's the anchor now. I just had to do that so I clip it, put it in. Okay, see ya.
Number love.
See ya.
The anchor. Hey, 129. Is this that paddle? Crazy. He had a Ronin before, but this I don't know what the difference is.
Dude, that paddle's ugly as hell, man.